Imagine standing at the starting line of your life's race, but instead of focusing on your stride, your pace, your finish line, you're craning your neck to see what everyone else is doing. Sounds exhausting, right? Yet far too many of us are sprinting through life distracted by the noise of others' actions, opinions, and achievements. It's time to shift gears. It's time to stop worrying about the competition and start obsessing over your own game plan. This isn't just advice, it's a wake-up call to reclaim your focus, ignite your ambition, and carve out a legacy that's uniquely yours. Let's dive into why fixating on yourself is the key to unlocking greatness, how to silence the distractions, and the life-changing lessons that come with relentless self-discipline. In a world obsessed with social media, highlight reels, gossip, and endless chatter about who's doing what, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. You scroll through Instagram, see someone's flashy new car, and suddenly your reliable sedan feels like a failure. You overhear coworkers gossiping about the boss's latest move, and you start questioning your own career path. You hit the gym, glance at the guy lifting twice your weight, and your confidence takes a hit before you even start your set. This is the comparison trap, and it's a silent dream killer. Here's the cold, hard truth. Every second you spend worrying about someone else's progress is a second stolen from your own. Success doesn't come from obsessing over what others are doing. It comes from doubling down on your own efforts. Want to crush it in business? Focus on your company's strategy, not your competitors. Want to excel at your job? Perfect your craft, not your coworkers? Want to get in the best shape of your life? Count your reps, not the guy next to you. The scoreboard doesn't change because you're staring at it. It changes when you put in the work. When you're running a business, do you think the industry leaders are sitting in boardrooms dissecting their rivals' every move? Number. They're too busy innovating, executing, and delivering value. They don't care if someone else is making waves. They're focused on making their own tsunami. That's the mindset of a leader. That's the mindset of someone who doesn't just compete, but dominates. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're driving on a highway. Every car around you is swerving, speeding, or slamming on the brakes. If you keep watching them, you're bound to crash. But if you stay in your lane, eyes locked on the road ahead, you'll reach your destination faster and safer. Life is that highway, and your lane is your unique path. The moment you stop glancing at everyone else's lane and start owning yours, you unlock a level of focus that's unstoppable. Owning your lane means prioritizing your actions, your goals, your growth. It means caring about whether you're making the calls, providing the value, creating the best product. It means tuning out the noise, gossip, critics, naysayers, and pouring your energy into what you can control. When you do this, something magical happens. You stop following trends and start setting them. You stop chasing others and start leading the pack. You become the innovator, the trailblazer, the one others look to for inspiration. Take a moment to reflect. When was the last time you sat down and asked yourself, what am I doing to get better today? Not what your boss is doing, not what your friend posted online, not what your neighbor bought, just you. If you can't remember, it's time to shift your focus. The world is full of distractions, but the ones who win are the ones who stay laser-focused on their own grind. Let's talk about society for a second. Walk into any bar, coffee shop, or office break room, and what do you hear? People talking about what everyone else is doing. Did you hear what happened with so-and-so? Can you believe what they posted? I heard their company is tanking. It's endless, and it's toxic. This culture of gossip and casualness is the opposite of what breeds success. It's a vortex that pulls you away from your goals and into a cycle of meaningless chatter. Successful people don't have time for that. They're too busy grinding, improving, executing. They don't hang out with folks who spend their days dissecting other people's lives because they know it's a waste of energy. Instead, they surround themselves with doers, dreamers, and builders, people who are just as obsessed with their own progress as they are. If you want to level up, you need to audit your circle. Are you surrounded by people who inspire you to focus on your own work, or are they dragging you into the gossip trap? And let's talk about casualness. You know what separates the winners from the losers? Urgency. Winners don't stroll through life like they've got all the time in the world. They move with purpose, act with speed, and execute with precision. They know there are 86,400 seconds in a day, and they're not about to waste a single one. If you're walking slow, talking slow, implementing slow, you're setting yourself up to get left behind. The world doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It rewards those who seize the moment. Here's where things get real. Success isn't about playing to play, it's about playing to win. It's about making a conscious decision to be the best, not just in your office or your region, but in your entire field. It's about waking up every day and saying, I'm not here to compete, I'm here to dominate. That mindset shift changes everything. It changes how you talk, how you walk, how you carry yourself. It transforms you into someone who doesn't just dream of success, but demands it. But here's the catch. Winning isn't easy. It's not supposed to be. If it was, everyone would do it. Winning requires you to stop negotiating the price of success. Too many people get caught up in the sacrifices. Long hours, missed family time, endless hustle, and they start bargaining. Maybe I don't need to work this hard. Maybe I can take it easy today. That's the voice of defeat, and it's poison. Successful people don't negotiate the price, they negotiate the worth. They ask, is this worth it to be the best? To build a legacy? To change my family's future? And when the answer is yes, they stop complaining and start grinding. Let's be honest. The journey to greatness is a marathon, not a sprint. You might not see results in year 1, 2, or even 3. But every step you take, every rep you push through, every late night you power through is an investment in your future. The moment you decide to win, you become the lead character in your story. You stop waiting for permission, validation, or applause. You stop letting excuses hold you back. You become unstoppable. If there's one word that defines success, it's discipline. Not talent, not luck, not connections, discipline. Talent might get you in the room, but discipline keeps you there. Luck might give you a break, but discipline turns that break into a breakthrough. Connections might open a door, but discipline builds the empire behind it. Discipline is about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it. It's about hitting the gym when you're sore, making the sales call when you're tired, studying when you'd rather scroll. It's about doing the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the things that make you want to quit. Because here's the secret. Discomfort is the breeding ground for growth. Every time you push past your comfort zone, you're conditioning yourself for success. Think about the most successful people you know. They're not the ones who show up once in a while. They're the ones who show up every single day. They're not the ones who give up when things get tough. They're the ones who keep going no matter what. They're not the ones who let fear stop them. They're the ones who act anyway. That's the power of discipline. It's the difference between a life of what if and a life of I did it. Let's talk about time. You've got 86,400 seconds in a day, same as everyone else. The difference between you and the millionaire, the champion, the legend, is what you do with those seconds. Too many people treat time like it's infinite, like they can afford to waste it. They hit snooze, procrastinate, and tell themselves, I'll start tomorrow. But tomorrow isn't guaranteed, and every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. Success demands urgency. It demands that you stop waiting for the perfect moment and start creating it. Want to be a millionaire? Get up earlier, stay up later, work harder than everyone else. Want to change your family's future? Fight for it with everything you've got. Want to look in the mirror and be proud of who you see? Make the choices today that your future self will thank you for. Here's a story to drive this home. In every family, there's a one, the person who changes everything. The one who breaks the cycle of struggle, who builds wealth, who leaves a legacy. In my family, I decided to be the one. Not because I was born with a silver spoon or handed opportunities, but because I fought for it. I got up at 3 a.m. when others were sleeping. I pushed through pain when others quit. I stayed focused when others got distracted. And you can be the one in your family too. But it starts with a decision to stop being casual and start being relentless. In today's world, distractions are everywhere. Social media, news, gossip, haters. They're all vying for your attention, and if you're not careful, they'll derail you. The key to staying focused is learning to kill the noise. Who cares what people say about you? Who cares what they think? Their opinions don't pay your bills, build your dreams, or define your worth. The only thing that matters is what you do. Here's a pro tip. Nothing shuts down the haters like success. When you dominate your lane, when you achieve what others said was impossible, the noise fades away. People stop talking when they see you winning. So stop worrying about the critics and start proving them wrong. Stay in your lane, keep your eyes on your goals, and let your results do the talking. Most people settle for a little bit of success. They pay their bills, buy a decent car, live in a nice house, and call it a day. They compete with their high school buddies, measure themselves against their social circle, and stay in that comfort zone until the end. But that's not living. That's existing. That's a rut. And the only difference between a rut and a grave is the depth of the hole. You weren't born to be average. You were born to build something extraordinary, something that outlives you. A legacy isn't just about money or fame, it's about impact. It's about changing your family's future, inspiring others, leaving the world better than you found it. But legacies aren't built by accident. They're built through hard work, sacrifice, and an unrelenting commitment to greatness. Think about the challenges you face every day, the frustration, the setbacks, the pain. Those aren't obstacles, they're building blocks. Your life is a monument to how well you handle difficulty, how boldly you chase your dreams, how fiercely you fight for what matters. The degree to which you're rewarded is directly proportional to the degree of effort you put in. So don't just deal with the challenges, embrace them, ask for more. That's how you grow, how you evolve, how you become the person you're meant to be. If there's one lesson to take away from this, it's this. Greatness is a choice. It's not about where you start, what you're given, or what others think of you. It's about what you decide to do every single day. You can choose to be distracted, casual, and average, or you can choose to be focused, relentless, and extraordinary. You can choose to negotiate the price of success, or you can choose to pay it gladly because you know it's worth it. You can choose to let the noise win, or you can choose to dominate your lane and build a legacy. But here's the kicker. No one can make that choice for you. Not your parents, not your boss, not your friends. You have to look in the mirror and decide who you want to be. Are you going to be the one who changes everything? Or are you going to stay in the rut? Are you going to let fear and doubt hold you back? Or are you going to fight for your dreams? The choice is yours, and it starts right now. This isn't just a message, it's a movement. If this resonated with you, if it lit a fire under you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Drop a comment below and tell me, what's one thing you're going to do today to focus on your own lane? How are you going to dominate your space? And if you're ready to join a community of relentless dream chasers, hit that follow button. Let's build something unstoppable together. The world is waiting for you to step up. Stop worrying about everyone else. Start owning your path and go dominate. I dare you to be the one. I dare you to win.